Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I trust you guys are having a wonderful weekend and that your week went by without too many interruptions. Today, we're going to visit the energies that will affect us for the week of October the 24th through to the 30th, I believe. So, happy Halloween, guys. It's right around the corner. So, enjoy your week and get your treats ready for the big celebration of the Day of the Dead, according to some. Um, the channeled message for this week is perseverance, is to please remain steadfast because the energies are going to be a little bit different. They're going to be very aggressive. So try not to lose your cool or get into arguments with other people and remain steady where your boundaries are and your beliefs and whatever situation that you are facing this week. Realize that there may be some fears that will come with it. So don't allow the fears to hold you back or to slow you down, and just stay committed to your truth and move forward through the energy without causing too much of a discord, because others may be involved in this situation and they may take offense to something that you may say. So be careful and hang in there, because the energy is going to try to suck you in with the fear, and you must release it. You must let go and keep moving forward. Okay. I do have the reading already on the table, and I do have other cards that I'm going to use for clarification or for just additional messages. The card that represents us this week is going to be the High Priestess. The High Priestess, of course, is to learn what you can. Don't divulge all of your information to those around you, because some people may use things that you say in a negative fashion. Again, remember, the energies are going to be very wicked this week in a sense, and that will try to draw you into either negative thinking, negative patterns, talking about other people. Be careful at work as well, because there could be lots of things that are going on behind the scenes that you don't know about, and hence the different positions and change of jobs and things that I have seen in previous weeks will probably be coming to a head pretty soon. So be careful. The High Priestess warns of being quiet, listening more than you talk this week. Try to navigate the energies of the week in a way where it doesn't affect you as much. And if you do have to face it head on, just be sure that you keep your calm and remember my words. Don't say anything that could hurt another or bring another into the situation that really doesn't even belong there, and they become attached to it because of something you say or something that you do. Just be very careful and listen more than you speak this week, and keep things secret. Remember your book of life and the things that have happened in the past in your life because of things that you've done. Try to remember your lessons and move slowly through the energy this week. There will be some things that are set in motion this week. Be careful that it's not something that's negative, as the King of Wands is what's crossing us this week, and he could be someone, a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, a fire sign male that comes into your life or has something to do with whatever this energy is that's going to surround you this week. Or it's representing us moving energy forward with something that we do, or a new plan that's set in place, or something that happens, and then we have to move that energy forward. So it is crossing us. So it is what will hold us back or help us propel forward this week. And it'll have something to do with an energy or a thought that we come up with, or some kind of a creative plan or an idea that we tend to move forward, and others may either try to block us or will assist us. So either someone comes in to assist us to move this energy forward, or we'll have to do it ourselves. All right, with creative thinking. The next card that's over us and it's immediately affecting us now and it's above us is the Hierophant. So for some of us, it'll be marriage. If you are involved with someone, you might get the I want to get married question pop to you this week. For others, this is working with big companies, traditional work that has to go through traditional steps in order for energy to move forward or for things to move forward. So some of you may be applying to big companies. You will be judged fairly and you will get the job, but you will have to go through certain steps and certain things that traditionally happen in this type of work. Others of you, you're going to be following a very traditional way of life or beliefs, and you have to follow the traditional steps, the chain of command in whatever you're doing, whether it's religion, whether it's work, whether it's studies. Remember that you're dealing with something that's been set in place for a very long time, and you have to follow tradition. For some of you, there's going to be a spiritual teacher that comes into your life this week, someone that you may meet. Again, it could be a fire sign, as you do have the king that crosses you. It could be a Sagittarius male or female that helps teach you a lesson or helps you learn something that you were missing. There's information, the keys to knowledge. So this person that comes in will give you some type of information or some key piece of a puzzle that you were missing in order to help push this energy forward or this situation that's going to be affecting you this week. The things that have already influenced you have put you in a position of trying to defend yourself. You do have a position of advantage over others, the people that are trying to either knock you off, take your place, take your job, make you change your mind of whatever it is that's happening to you or the situation that you're going through. But you are in a place of advantage. You are protecting yourself. You are defending yourself against everyone else. So keep it up, because this is what's recently affecting you, and you need to stand your ground and keep your position regardless of what the energy tries to do, okay? What's materializing into your lives in the near future, or I'm assuming during this week, there's going to be lots of messages that come through. Perhaps some of you will be traveling, because this is the card of travel. So some of you may be getting married, you may be going off on your honeymoon. This is wonderful because these are arrows of love as well. They could represent messages that come to you that catch you quite off guard on whatever the situation is that you're dealing with. Some of you could be love, some of you could be work, some of you could be other situations that are going on in your life. But there will be lots of messages that are connected to this energy that's going to be around us this week. What you need to do is be more investigative. This is what's hidden in your subconscious that's going to come out this week. You're going to be looking at the situation and you're going to want to know the truth. So wherever you need to go, whoever you need to talk to in order to find out exactly what the truth is of your nature, of your situation, of what's going on, you're going to be finding it out this week. Because this is in your subconscious, but it's about to come out because you're like tired of being manipulated or tired of being pushed around by others or the way that things are, and you want to change it. So by doing some investigation on your own, by finding out some information and by finding out the truth of the matter, then you will be able to move some of this energy forward, again, represented by the King of Wands. What is apparently and can be easily seen is that you finally learn the truth and that you're moving the energy forward, and now you're taking no shit from anyone else. Now you know what the truth is of the situation, and for each one of us is different, and you're going to try to move the energy forward on your own with your new information, with what you have found to be the truth of the matter, and you have the truth that's behind you that will guard you and will guide you, okay? Because suddenly you find out the truth. There's a new thought, a new idea, a new project, something that you start because of the truth of the matter, what's going on around you. You're starting to see things for what they truly are. You're starting to see who has blocked you, who has been standing in your way, who is your friend, who isn't. I mean, a lot of things are going to come together this week for you and for me, because the reading pertains to all of us that listen to the channel, and you'll be able to take some of the information back with you. Some of it will resonate with you, in other words, but you will find out the truth of the matter this week. Some things will come to light that hadn't been revealed to you, hence the High Priestess, which also represents secrets, either secrets that you keep, secrets that others are keeping, or secrets that do come to the light because you have been using your intuition, and as you move forward you will reveal secrets to yourself. Secrets will just come out one way or the other. You'll hear from someone, you'll research it, and you find it out. Whatever it is, things are going to come to the light. The ultimate advice, or the energy that is the matter of at hand. It's your stability, it's your foundations, it's a relationship, committed relationship for some of you, and you want marriage. You want to know the truth of the situation. Is this going to work? Is it not going to work? Am I ever going to get married? I mean, for some of you, it could be about a relationship. It could be about moving that energy forward so that you can lay down your foundations for a committed relationship, which is what you want. For some of you, it could be home situations. It could be something that's going on at the home front. And at the matter at hand is the foundations of where you live, what you live, if you want to move, about moving somewhere where your foundations are finally stable, they're solid, you're laying down the new cornerstones, more or less, of a foundation, of a committed relationship, of whatever this is. It could be a job. This could be a celebration of something new that happens in your life after the holiday. There's a holiday coming up. It's Halloween and it's next Monday. So keep that in mind, that after the holiday, you may be celebrating that day, but after that day, then something new happens where you can start to lay down your solid foundations. It'll be around that time. That's what this card is representing to me at this moment. The advice from the angels, it's all about laying down your financial stability, about having a home, having property, talking to someone that perhaps can help you with that, either a landowner, a homeowner, someone to do with finances or to do with property. So this is what you'll be heading towards, speaking to someone that knows something about finances, whether it's laying your foundations, buying a house, moving, going to another job. This could also be a job, a boss, or a new job, or just someone at work that is a earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, which are the three earth signs. So you could be speaking to someone about a job, about finances, about buying a home. It could be any of those things, but this is what the reading will lead you to, someone that knows something about finances or about property. This card represents you moving away from a troubled area to a nice, calmer, peaceful time in your life, whether you're actually moving, which could be represented by the financial advisor, or someone that owns property may finally say, okay, look, here's a good house where you can move to, and you think, oh, wow, that's a nice area. Yes, why not? You're trying to lay down foundation somewhere. You are committing to a new path in life, okay? There's new information that comes to you where you want to commit. You want to commit to something new. You don't want to stay in the same situation that you're in, because the upheaval that's been going on for quite some time now is helping you focus in a new direction. It's for the betterment of your life. You still have some of your struggles and your problems that go along with you, but yet you're still moving towards a calmer place in your life, whether it's physical movement or just metaphorically, you're finally releasing some of the energy that's kept you in a situation of upheaval. You finally get that idea, or how a new path that opens up so that you can move, that energy towards a more peaceful place or a time in your life. This is the last card, and only red if it's a major arcana, and it was a major arcana and it reversed itself. So it's time for you to release some of the negative energy, negative patterns, or attachments to something that's been going on for a very, very long time. And during this week, at some point, you're going to release that energy, because it is time for it to happen now. You no longer want to be tied down or oppressed by a situation, by a person, by a job, by whatever it is. For each one of us, it'll be something a little different, and we finally release ourselves from that commitment or that idea or that negative pattern of indulgence, of whatever it is. For each of us is different. Some of you may be addicted to smoking, or to eating, or to a negative pattern that you keep doing over and over and over, and you're wondering, why does this keep happening to me? I want things to change in my life. I want my life to go in a different direction, where I'm more peaceful, where I'm happier. I may still have all that thoughts and stuff from the past, but so what? I'm working through it. I'm releasing myself from that negative energy that I don't want in my life anymore. And so on and so forth. You need to take a page from the Empress so that you can finally pull together some of this abundance or this new path that you're trying to set yourself on. As this is the card at the bottom of the deck. So you will be able to use some of the energy that's out there at this moment in order to change your path and move towards more abundant area in your life, or a time in your life where you can manifest things a little bit easier. A connection to Mother Earth is advised. Get out, try to ground yourself, and visualize the things that you want to come about in your life. Know that if they don't happen right away, there's a block, and it's all within yourself. Because in order to make things manifest in our lives, we have to be in that position in order to be able to manifest. And it isn't about the other person. It isn't about, oh God, why haven't you brought this into my life? It isn't about God. It's actually about you. You're the one that has to manifest this. You're the one that has to be in a position to make the right choices in your life so that healing does happen to occur. Okay? And there are choices that will lead us down the path to a new person, a new idea, something that we do like. But in the meanwhile, we have to change a lot of the things that we are doing in our lives and the path that we have been on up to now. The card that's representing us right now is the Temple Path. This is your guides leading you to a more spiritual time in your life. Seek for advice with your guides and your angels. They're there to help you. Look for it. Look for a temple. Look for a place where you can go and release some of the energy, some of the negative patterns, some of the thinking that you've been doing up to now that isn't quite up to par. You need to find a person that can help guide you, a person that can help you in some way or another. There is a bunch of deceit and people trying to deceive you somehow that is crossing you. So this is what's causing a lot of the upheavals in your life and a lot of the situations that you're going through, because clarity isn't part of your day to day. There's people around you that deceive you every chance they get. Why these things happen in life, I have no clue, but I'm a bit tired of it myself. And for some of you that are looking for a relationship, there will be a man holding a heart, and this could be either a man or a female depending on who you are. There are people out there that love you. There are people that are willing to help you on an emotional basis. If that is what you desire, that energy can come in, but you have to allow it. Then we have here a man holding a coin. I pulled some good cards, didn't I, ladies? And if you are a male, this could represent a female that's holding a coin. So when it comes to work, there are people that are there to assist you, or there will be people that will come into your life that will assist you when it comes to your finances. Remember, we got the finance card that showed the King of Pentacles. So this could be representing, again, a person that's of an earth sign or a very earthy person, someone that's very grounded, that has their finances very well secured, someone that has property, someone that can either sell property or advise you on it. So this is being represented here. And then we have Romeo here that's holding a heart. So it's time for you to love yourself more so that you can attract that energy of love, because there is someone out there waiting, but you need to be patient. For these things to happen, there's a lot of other things that need to take place. And here we have the Angel of Patience, and she's holding a clock. That means that the time is about right, but it isn't there yet. So for those of you that are waiting for a relationship or someone to come into your life, please focus on yourself, on loving yourself, and that person will show up when the timing is right. Again, divine timing is something that we must work on constantly. We have to work with it, because if we try to push it forward, all we do is block the energy, and then it takes a little bit longer because you're supposed to do something else. But it will happen in divine timing. We need to balance our energies more and balance all areas of our lives. So if something is out of balance, that will throw the timing off on the things that you want to do in your life, where your finances are concerned and your emotional life, because that's what's showing here. And in the meanwhile, you have to deal with a lot of people that are deceiving you, or you're deceiving yourself as to what you want in life. You need to really know. Your intuition will tell you. Okay, but example, if you're a married person and you're never going to divorce your husband or your wife, and you're trying to achieve a relationship with someone else quite incognito, you need to know that you're deceiving yourself if you're never going to leave that person that you're with, and you're deceiving the other person. So this card can work both ways. Either you're being deceived by others, or you're deceiving yourself. So you need to know. You need to connect with your guides and your angels, because they will help you. They're trying to help you. They give you thoughts, but when we want something, we'll dismiss each and every thought that we get from our guides, our higher self, from our angel that's always with us. We don't want to listen to that because we want X, Y, and Z, and that's what we want, and we don't want to turn to another direction, to the direction that our guides are trying to guide us, and our higher self that's always talking to us. You can't get away from it because it's part of who you are. It's part of our connection to the divine. So you need to know that there's some balance that needs to happen in your life so that your thoughts are clear, your mind is clear, the people that are deceiving you, you listen to them no more because you have no time for that now, you know. We're trying to ascend as well to another dimension. We're going from the third dimension to the fourth, and everything is really whacked out. So the energies around us that we don't understand, a lot of it has to do with the ascension that we're going through. The ones that are spiritual, they're ascending from third to fourth and then fifth dimension because a lot of people are already there, where a lot of this stuff does not affect them. Not anymore because they're thinking on another level. They've raised their vibrations and they're not dealing with a lot of this turmoil. But we're still here, and I'm still here to try to help you to raise your vibrations, connect more with your guides, connect more with yourself, with your inner self. What do you truly love? That's what's going to set you on the right path, and that's what's going to help you ascend to a different dimension. Really, we're kind of stuck right now within the third, fourth, and fifth dimension, so that the energies are so different. And that's why we feel this huge upheaval that we're feeling, and we don't know what it is. Because we're trying to ascend, you know, spiritually we're trying, but it's hard when you're dealing with other people that keep you stuck on their level, aka family, children, people at work, and when you're trying to mesh with all of them and they're still stuck in the material world or in deceiving people, then you know, it kind of pulls you down when you're trying to pull yourself up. So there's that imbalance. That's where that card comes in, that we need to balance so that we can raise our vibrations to a point where we're on another level. We're no longer being affected by the mundane things that most people are being affected by, because we're actually stuck between levels. Okay, I hope I'm making myself clear. Sometimes I don't. But here comes the interactive part. I hope you guys listen to that. I listened to it a couple of times so that you can get it, because it's really, really difficult. There's a lot of envy going on in our lives at the moment. You need to discipline yourself in order to make your decisions, because by listening to other people and by being manipulated by others intellectually and mentally, physically, it's kind of difficult for us to know which direction to go. So we're having a hard time trying to make that decision that we need to make. We know we need to make a decision, but we're not quite sure which direction we need to take. By using your intuition, it will help point a direction that you need to go in order to release yourself from all that negativity, the devil, remember, reversed, that we're trying to break away from, something that's been stuck for a very long time. And we need to push that energy hard so we can break through, and be very careful as to what we say around us. There's a lot of envy. There's a lot of envy around us, either people that are envying us and they're blocking us, or we may have a bit of an envy at someone that has their life together, a relationship together, a business, whatever, money, and we're still struggling to try to achieve that. So this energy is a little bit around us one way or the other. So we need to break away from that. We need to discipline ourselves so that we can accomplish the things that we set our mind to do. But sometimes we have so much outside influences that really throw us constantly off track. So it's very difficult for us to move forward when there's constantly things bombarding us from everywhere. And that's where the deceitful energy, the envious energy comes in, because it's energy that people are constantly pushing towards us, and it doesn't help, okay? By using your imagination and your intuition, you'll be able to break through some of this very thick and heavy energy that we're experiencing at the moment. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Our imagination is going to help us break through this energy, so we need to remember to use that. And again, some of our friends may help us, so be sure you speak to your friends to see how they can assist you, or maybe they'll have something they can say to you to help you. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So cherish your friends and treasure them, because it's important that they are there. What you perceive as a failure is only a way to know that you have learned a lesson and you have the opportunity to move that energy forward in another direction. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. You're learning from things, so whatever you perceive as a mistake or a wrong decision, it really wasn't, okay? It is just the way that you're supposed to go to learn the lesson, because it was something that later on is going to help you a lot, okay? Every lesson that we learn is because we're learning it for the future, for our future selves, the things that's going to happen to us later on. I'm trying to shuffle these cards so that I can do the interactive part of the reading, and it's not letting me, okay? So I'm going to put those aside, and I'm going to try to pull A and B. As C is already there. Oh, man. All right, guys. A, B. Sensitivity is affecting us at the moment. And I know it's affecting me because I can feel a lot of the energies, and it's really very disruptive, and it makes me want to eat. So I eat in order to gain energy, and that's a bad thing. That is a very negative pattern that I need to break, because the more weight I gain, the less mobility I have, in a sense. You know, I really don't want to do things. So I don't want to get out there because I'm busy trying to stay away from the energies of others. So being sensitive is something that is a good thing, but it's a bad thing as well on the other hand. So we need to constantly ground ourselves. We need to sage ourselves, or use some type of incense, or either spray bottle with some salt water, something to kind of protect us and break away the negative energy that's out there, because it's very difficult. You're extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. So know that the feelings that you're having is because you're picking up a lot of the energies that are out there. The Ascension as well is throwing you off balance. So kind of realize that and get outdoors. Listen to more music that will help raise your vibrations and break away this, attachment to everyone's emotions that you're feeling at the moment, or the energies that are around you that are affecting you. Surround yourself with flowers. Go to a garden. Go outdoors and enjoy the moment, and that will help make you feel better. It'll ease some of the stress from the energies that are around you. For some of us, we are in a moment in our lives when we're taking inventory of our lives. We're trying to resolve and heal things that are not in balance. Again, there's that balance card. So we're doing a bit of a life review of the choices we've made, the things that have happened in our lives, where we feel we have gone wrong, which was really a lesson that we learned again and again and again. Sometimes for some lessons we just don't ever get it. We don't listen to our intuition, so we keep going over and over again the same thing. But we need to break again these patterns and these habits which are not good. So you need to start reviewing the things that are going on, and you need to learn to listen to your feelings about it, okay? How do you feel? Because it goes together with this sensitivity card. The things that you've learned, the stuff that you've gone through in your life, how does it make you feel? Does it make you feel sick to your stomach? Does it make you feel happy, the experience that you learned, the thing that you went through? And try going in the direction of the thoughts and the things that you've done in the past perhaps have made you happy. Why did it make you happy? What was it that you were doing that made you feel good? How were the energies at that point in your life? And try focusing on that and going in that direction again, so that you can bring more happiness into your life, okay? That's what the life review is about. And don't stay stuck there too long. Don't go in the past or move into the future. Look at the present moment in your life. Where are you? How do you feel about it? What would you like to bring into your life to make you feel happier? Look back to see what was I doing? What makes me happy? And then try moving in that direction, okay? You have the angel of comfort with you, Archangel Azrael. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. We need to heal our heart. We need to love ourselves a bit more. Some of the things that have happened to us in the past happened because of lessons that we needed to learn. That's why we incarnated into this life. Certain things we had to go over again in order for us to learn them, and learn them good this time around. But you do have angels that help guide you and that help you when you feel low or when there's something that you're learning that's very difficult in life. There is assistance around us. We need to call them, to help us. Okay? But if we don't call them, they're there, but they're just there. They know that you need them, and they surround you more when you need help. But you need to say thank you, and you need to say, please cover me with your energy. Help me. Surround me with your energy. Help me get through this. And they will bring some comfort where you'll feel better and you don't know why. You're in the midst of all of this upheaval or changes, but you feel okay because you're completely surrounded by energies of your guides and your angels, and assistance, extra assistance that will come in times of need. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind from other people. So clairaudience is going to become very important this week. Follow the guidance. Remember, your intuition, listening to other people. What are they saying? Which direction are they going? What are they talking about? Try to pay attention. Remember the High Priestess. Quiet wins the day. Don't talk so much, and listen more to what's going on around you this week, because it's going to become important. It will help guide you in a particular direction. Okay, for those of you that chose A, prioritize. Archangel Metatron. Focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. So if you have plans in order to get through these energies for this week, prioritizing is going to help you, okay? Write your little list. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 100. It doesn't matter how many steps you need to take or how many things you have. Prioritize which is the most important one that you need to do. Then the next one and the next one, and the angels will help you get through. There will be some big happy changes that happen in your life this week. Some of it might be surprising, because remember the 8 of Wands is a lot of information that comes through that may knock you off, your balance, because they are going to surprise you. So big happy changes, guys, for those of you that chose A. But remember to prioritize, because those things, once you start working your way through them, some of them may surprise you in the way that they turn out. For those of you that chose B, Archangel Jophiel, go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. So you're being asked to go outdoors. This is the second card that shows you that. The sensitivity, your energies, everything can change if you just spend some time outdoors. Being around flowers, you see here again, the scent of flowers, the way that they look, their softness. Something about them is going to help you gain some perspective or new creative ideas, but you need to get out there and go to places where you'll be surrounded by the outdoors, or by flowers, or by scents of flowers. Maybe some aromatherapy this week, or massages or something, and spending some time outdoors next to water running, flowers, beauty. That does raise your vibrations. The situation will improve. So by listening to your guides, by following your intuition and your guidance, whatever situation you're experiencing this week, for those of you that chose B, is going to improve, but you need to listen to the guidance. Go outdoors, spend some time musing with yourself, communing with your own self, with your higher self, with your guides, with your angels, and just quiet the mind and meditate for a little while and see what pops in there. Something will come up. A new idea will pop in there, or an old idea that you have forgotten will come back to you, and you'll say, oh gosh, I forgot this, but I thought about it like 3 years ago. I remember now. And write it down. Have a little pad and pencil with you, or your note thing, whatever, on your phone, or talk into it, whatever. Tell yourself something like the doctors do, blah, blah, blah. With the things that pop into your head, so that you don't forget them. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed your reading. Again, a long one. And have a great week, and I'll talk to you again next week. Oh, I also have another video that I'm going to put up that is talking with the spirits. I filmed it a couple of days ago, and I'm going to attach it to this one, or upload it after this one. I love you. Bye for now. And remember, if you would like a private reading with me, check my links, wherever they are, and get a hold of me. Bye now.